Episode 7, boys. Pitch Master Bets back after a week off here. We got some juicy games. Big NFL slate starting to really get to the panic or death season of the old NFL teams here. So a lot of teams are going to be fighting for those last spots. A lot of teams are trying to solidify their spots and kind of catch fire. And we're trying to catch fire with them at the same time. So let's get into the NFL. Balake, what do you got ahead for us?
Yeah, crazy is already more than halfway through the season. But one of the teams that I feel like is just completely underrated, but you already know that I've been rocking with them about every week. I'm running with the Texans again. The fact that they're going against the Cardinals, who are winless on the road and only favored by 4.5, that to me, it seems trappy, but I can't go against them, especially after that big win against the Cincinnati Bengals. So I'm going to take Houston -4 for that, my first NFL pick, and I think that's just a Lockness monster right there, if I'm being honest. And then also have the Cowgirls. Cowgirls looked fantastic last week against the terrible, terrible Giants, but they're scoring machines when they want to be. So if they can continue that, their first half team total this week is 13.5. I'm going to take that over all day. So they just need a couple scores to go ahead and cash that. So those are my two NFL picks. Houston -4, Cowgirls over 13.5 for the first half. Spence, what you got on the list there, buddy?
I actually love that Cowboys pick. I just wrote it down. But for NFL this week, my biggest lock is definitely, it's a weird one, over 1.5 total field goals for Justin Tucker tonight. Obviously, this probably won't go out until tomorrow, sadly, but I just figured I'd mention it. That was at +110 that I got it at, and I got at least 2.5 units out so far on it. So we'll see how that goes. But for the rest of the week, I've got Eagles team total at over 22.5. I got in on it at -105, but it's actually plus money now. There's only one game this year that they haven't covered that point total. And I think it was the Jets. Yep. Scored 14. No. Pretty painful game. Next pick is actually a Broncos pick. I've been banned from Broncos picks for a few weeks now. So figured I'd start us off strong after the Broncos have a couple good weeks in a row. Their team total as well at 22.5 at +100. They're playing the Vikings, not the greatest defense. We have 18 throwing touchdowns this year and 1 rushing touchdown. And the Vikings their biggest weakness is through the air. So I think that's a good matchup points wise. And then last one, it's all team totals this week. Chargers at 23.5. So they're playing the Packers. Packers defense has struggled a little bit this year. I also like -3, but I'm going to take the team total at 23.5. But yeah, that's all my NFL picks this week.
Well, those are all full game, right?
Those are full game. Yep.
Full game. Nice. Yeah, I like that Chargers one a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Does Kyler Murray being back scare you a little bit with the old Houston Texans, or you think since it's at home, it's going to be still chilling for him?
Dude, I don't know. I mean, if you're taking down Joey Burr and Kyler Murray scares you, like I don't think that has anything to do with it. I mean, just the last drive is so sick.
And the Cardinals as a whole as a team are just not good. So
absolutely
don't disagree with you there. Just wanted to mention that point, see what you thought.
No. Sorry. I was just gonna say Trey McBride lines are looking good the past few weeks. While we're on the conversation of the Cardinals, he is a favorite target.
I have him on my dynasty, and he popped off last week. So Kyler loves throwing to the tight ends, and Trey McBride seems to be a main one. So literally, as Blake was talking about his line there, I was trying to see if I could find what Trey's line was, but they don't have the receiving lines out yet. So as soon as that comes out, I will definitely be looking to lock into that. At least his receptions or something. We'll figure it out. But moving on to the college football, boys, talk to me. What do we got?
You want to start, Blake?
Kick it off.
Oh, all right. Oh, kick it off. I've got 2 picks this week. I've got Missouri -6.5 first half against Florida. Missouri's at home. I think, honestly, them ranked at 9 is maybe even too low. Like, that team is really good this year. Um, I think it's kind of a lock at -6.5 for first half against Florida. It's -118 right now, but keep an eye on it. Might go up. And then my other pick is Ohio State team total at 37.5. They were up 35-3 at half last week. Wait. Sorry. Did I say team total at half? I meant to say team total for the game. So team total over is 37.5 for the game, obviously, but they were up 35-3 at half last week. Not playing a good team again this week, so I think that's a good pick at -125.
Yeah, that's
Love
nice.
that.
Marvin Harrison Jr. I think he's got to go in the Heisman, man. He's just too
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah.
And he's humble. He's a humble kid, so I like him. Uh, that'll be fun. For me though, for college, I just not a fan of Arizona Wildcats. They've now jumped into the rankings. They barely beat CU last week, and now they're uh, at home against the Utes, Utah. So I don't know. I just because they've been beating these teams, but they've been the severe underdogs. Now they're actually a favorite, and now since
Yeah.
they're a favorite against a ranked team, I think they're going to choke it. I don't think they deserve to be in the top 25. So I'm taking Utah, and I'm taking it big. That's for sure. The Utah's only two losses were against Oregon and Washington. Some of two of the best teams in the league right now. So
Yeah.
I still think Utah's got to bounce back and smash this team. To be completely honest with you.
Like that.
That is my only college football pick of the week. If you want to swing that back over to you, Alex.
And take it across the pond for the World Cup qualifiers. We've been learning a lot
Ooh.
about our geography these past couple days, boys. Learning about the different countries that exist in this world and trying to make some money off of them. And your boys got quite a little slate here. Starting off, we're going to stay in the Euro qualifiers. We've got Albania money line. They in their last, trying to see who they were going up. It's Moldova, I believe. Let's see. Euro qualifiers. Regardless, they're going up against Moldova. They have won their last 5 of 6, or they're actually so they've won their last 5 of 6, only drawn 1 in their last 6 meetings. It has gone under 2.5 in their last 3 of 4, and both teams to score has only occurred once of the last 6. So looking at an Albania money line plus under 2.5 parlay if you really want to get some extra juice, but I'll probably just hang out in the money line -120. Taking it over to the African World Cup qualifiers, we have got Guinea money line versus Uganda at +115. I'm seeing plus signs everywhere, boys, except for obviously the big lads like Egypt and other bigger nations like Ivory Coast playing some of the smaller fish. So we're just going to try and pounce on some of this. We're going to go Central African Republic money line versus Comoros at +240. And then I'm going to be rocking with Zambia versus Congo. Halftime result at +115. Zambia finished at the top of their group in the AFCON qualifiers recently. So they're just in good form. Congo has some good players, but the Zambia full money line is a little juicy at -180. So I'm just going to assume that they're going to take care of business in the first half. But those are my picks for the week.
Are those all on Saturday? You know?
Friday at 8 a.m. tomorrow for Guinea. Friday at 8 a.m. tomorrow for the Central African Republic. And then Zambia plays at Friday at 11 a.m. And then the Albanian lads will play at tomorrow at 12 p.m. So tomorrow's slate. Yep.
Tomorrow will be a busy day. Then CU plays Washington State tomorrow night. So that'll be good too.
Yeah, we will see how that goes. It looks like the money and the tickets are on the Colorado Buffaloes to cover because they've been obviously covering machines. I was looking at the Denver game. This is transitioning back over to the NBA, and there is quite a bit of money that is on both tickets and money that is on the Denver Nuggets to cover. So that is, I mean, like literally 97% of the tickets
Probably
and
all
90,
Spencer. It's
91.
just
Yeah, and
Spencer's
they just
money.
played the Pelicans not too long ago. I think the score is 132 to 118. They beat
Yeah.
them by 14. So
Mm.
spreads at 4 right now. So I can see why that is. I don't know. -4 is kind of that weird zone. Like if it's a
Oh, yeah.
close game, winning by 3 might happen. So
Do you have any NBA picks, Spence?
I do. We can transition to that. It's actually about that Denver game.
Good transition.
It's definitely my lock of the week. Jokic, obviously a monster. He averaged, I think, 18 and a half rebounds against the Pelicans last year. He had 14 against them last time they matched up. And the line opened at 12 and a half rebounds at minus 115. So I'm going to be putting a couple units on that. If you
Love it.
want to get it a little more juicy, you can add Nugs money line or something. It'll put it at plus 182 if you think the Nugs will roll them. But yeah, definitely Jokic rebounds straight up is my lock.
I've got a under hammer for that game before you transition off of it. If you were,
Oh
Four-
yeah.
14% of the bets are on the under with 88% of the money. 86% of the bets are on the over with only 12% of the money. So that might be a slamma jamma on the under
Yeah.
there, boys.
They've been rocking in the unders lately, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to say this for sure, but I feel like they hit the unders more on away games.
Mm.
And it's at the Pelicans, I believe. So
Any other
might want to look
NBA
that up
picks
and
there for you,
bookmark
brother?
it. But yep, the other NBA pick. I'm not going to put too much on it. Maybe half unit to a unit. But Tyrese Maxey over 3.5 threes at plus 120. He's been slinging them. He's probably shooting 9 threes a game.
Yeah.
So if he has
You're
a
just
good
gambling whether or not
game,
it's yeah.
he hits them, then he's definitely making 4. So that's kind of like my low unit play. See if it works out.
Cool. Right on, boys. Well,
I got one more. On the
apologies
ice.
on that, brother. Ooh, we're
All
going over to
good,
the
all good.
NHL.
Wanted to save it for the last because honestly, I'm gonna put everything I can all my profits on it because this is on Saturday and it's jumping out at me like a kangaroo. So
Lockness
we got
monster.
Blackhawks versus the Predators. They are going to be playing on Saturday. I'm going to take the P1 over because out of the last 6 of the Blackhawks, they've hit the P1 over. So there's 6 of 6 of the P1 over. The Preds, out of their last 9, they've hit it 8 times.
Wow.
So just out of the probabilities, I mean, those are 2 hot teams. They start off really strong. They just both need at least 1, and they've been scoring at least 1. So the odds say are in the favor. So however much I'm up, I'm going to be sending it on there because that's just yelling at me. And I'll go down with my ship. Yeah. You say what's the juice?
Sure.
It was like minus 145.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's definitely good for some of the P1 overs being at like minus 180.
Yeah.
So.
Those aren't
Cool.
fun.
Right on. Well, that was episode 7. A little bit of the NFL, a little bit of the college football, go across the pond. And then we brought it back for some NBA and NHL locks. Boys, appreciate your time. Can't wait to see how we did on the Instagram next week. Peace.
Absolutely.
Peace.